Hello, hello. Welcome to Talk Football Live. Viewers, thank you for joining us again today. I am here today with my co-host Ayo and our wonderful guest DG of Charlotte and Odogu. How are you guys doing today?
Hi, how you doing,
Ask
guys?
me.
It's great to have you guys. So as we always say, like, subscribe, share this video. We'd love to keep bringing you more wonderful content. All right. So today we are discussing the big two. Well, big four, big two games, whatever you guys want to call it. Arsenal versus Manchester City and Chelsea versus Manchester United. Is London versus Manchester. Are you guys ready to go into this?
Oh, that's true.
London versus Manchester.
Yeah.
In fact, the best of London versus the best of Manchester, because we're talking about Spurs,
There we go.
Palace, All right, Ayo, take it away for us. What do we have?
All right. So let me bring up the fixtures. The first, we focus on these games because these are the teams who have the most fans. They're traditionally the biggest clubs. But the first one of the weekend is that Man U against Chelsea game. DG is brave enough to be here despite the struggles that Man U seem to be facing at the moment, right? And we want to, there's talk about how long Amorim is going to last in this job. We've all seen the statistics. I think he has like a 28% win rate in the league since he took over, which is the worst of any manager since Ferguson. So in the last like 25, 30 years, he's been the worst manager Man U have had. Worse than David Moyes. It's funny because when I look back at like David Moyes, who everyone was like, oh, David Moyes is bad. It's like it's a factor of the fact of it's because he came in after Ferguson. Because his win rate actually in that time is in the high 50s. I think it's like 51, 58%
Oh yeah.
compared to Amorim. So it's like when you actually look at his record, it's like he actually maybe wasn't that bad, but he was trying to live up to Ferguson, which was, So the game is Man U, Chelsea. Chelsea lost their game today that we saw against Bayern Munich. Tough game. Man U were beaten soundly by City, who are also having their struggles at the moment, but roundly beaten by City 3-0 in their last game. So tell me, guys, Charles, how are you feeling going into this one? You're away at Old Trafford.
Old Trafford, the theater of dreams. I'm dreaming big. I'm actually, honestly, I'm very, very. I don't want to use the word indifferent. I'm indifferent before the game, but I'm ready to lose it if we drop points because we can't afford to drop points. Now, there's also a part of me that knows. There's also a part of me that knows that this is just the beginning of the season. It's just game 5, and I can't keep saying that. I know, but whatever happens, I'm prepared for it. Prepared for the worst. But I also know because it's Man U are facing. It's not Arsenal. It's not Liverpool. With all due respect, it's Man U, and Man U is not at the best right now. We saw what they did against City. We see what they've done throughout the season so far. Have Man U won the game? Where they've won one. Yeah, they won one. Anyways,
They beat Burnley 3-2.
yes, they struggled and they won one. The point is they got the 3 points. But the point I'm trying to make is this. There's a part of me that feels it's still the beginning of the season. Yeah, whatever happens, we can always recover. But it's Man U, and I know at their best. With all due respect, Man U right now is not the Man U we used to know. So dropping points in this game will be ridiculous. Because
But let me counter your points there.
Hold on.
Yeah, we dropped points. We messed up at the end. Couldn't step up against Bayern. It's okay. But this is the Manchester United that is struggling right now. There is no reason to drop points. I don't care what we're playing away. Now, I keep saying with all due respect, I'm not trying to disrespect Man U. I'm just saying, right now, Man U is not their best. They are really, really in a bad place. We aren't in the greatest place, but we are not in that much of a bad place like Man U. So yes, I'm expecting 3 points.
It's definitely a test. If Chelsea want to be at the top for a Man U skill, they really have to conquer, or else
I don't even think it's a test. That's the problem. It's not a test like that.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
What
All
is
right,
going on right
DG.
now?
Now I want to get your perspective. Now, here's my thought on Man U at the moment. Man U are struggling, but the fact
Yeah.
is, you guys do have injuries. Mason Mount. Because when I think back to that first game against Arsenal, it for the first game of the season, you guys lost, yes, but it was very promising. You didn't
Yeah.
even start Sesko, your main striker, but Cunha looked good, Mbuemo looked good. You had
Yeah.
Mason Mount fit, you had Bruno Fernandes. You guys ran rings around Arsenal, for large parts of the game.
Yep.
Very unlucky not to score, to be fair. I think Raya had to pull off an amazing save at some point, right, to keep us in the game.
Yeah, man.
But you've since lost Mount, who, unfortunately, as great as he is, struggles with injuries. You've now lost Cunha, and that's led to reshuffling. So, I mean, he had to move Bruno Fernandes. Tell me how you're expecting to get points in
Uh,
this game against the world champions.
oh, okay. The update is that Koan is back on the grass, so he's likely to feature this weekend.
Oh,
And
okay.
even Lisandro, like I said earlier, Lisandro is back on the grass doing the ball walk and everything. But one thing
Only for him for
about
this game, though, right? Correct. I don't
no, no,
expect.
no, 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 no. Probably IS will be on the bench. Um, but one thing about this kind of features is that form is out of the window, sincerely. And
Yeah.
as no, 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 sincerely, as Chelsea has been good for a couple of years, it will shock you to know that for the past 4 matches against Chelsea, United are unbeaten in 3 of them.
I'm not actually surprised.
That's true.
Yeah, and and the I would say for this game, form is out because everybody's trying to prove something. So that
What?
will
Yeah.
count. Two is Old Trafford, and there's a record that you might need to beat if you want to win at Old Trafford. Now, AY said something earlier saying they struggled against Burnley to win. Liverpool struggled against Burnley. It was due to Salah's penalty that they won. And there's this record at Old Trafford that talks about if we are leading at halftime, we have never lost a match.
Mm.
So Charles, look out for that.
Records
If we
are
are leading you,
bro.
All the Old Trafford records are being broken these days, so but
no,
Exactly.
even Amorim tried, he didn't get a chance. The highest the game will end in the draw, sincerely, for the bad win ratio. So now, yeah, we are the bad
Did we beat
place.
Man U? We beat Man U last year now.
That's why I
Palmer.
said in the last 4 times
Okay,
is
I'm just trying to tell you that
yeah.
he actually
because sorry to
since
interrupt. This
December
is like
2023, if memory
this is the
serves.
worst. I want to say this is the worst Man U in a while.
Yeah.
And we them most recent encounter we beat them. So maybe things are changing. Maybe we just
See,
have
The world
see,
champions, though.
see. It was started with the fact that when Moyes took over Manchester United, he had a 50% plus or something win ratio and everything, and there was comparison with Ferguson, which is right because he inherited a team that was the winner of the league
yeah.
previous season. Two, the environment at that moment in time was in a good place. Was in a good place, sincerely. He had guys that when you call their names, O'Shea, Fletcher playing, they seem like ordinary guys, but these are guys that just won the league. So he was trying to bring in Fellaini and other those guys. Now, for Amorim is a guy that results count against, but statistics are really backing up the changes, which is the environment and the SG. Before this Man City game, if you check majority of the statistics regarding chances created, third half goal, or the true pass, or all those statistics, you see Manchester United first three in some of them.
So are you talking
Sincerely,
in terms of attack,
yes. So
defense,
so so
or
so now
just
so
in
now
general?
this season has been a season of, which has been the story of, not even this season, it has been the story of Amorim in terms of he has been having this start backing the performance, but goals not giving the results. That's why they changed to Sesko. If you, as bad as Manchester United have been, if you check last season games, you could see like we could have scored 4 goals in the first half, win the game comfortably, then just move on or probably just manage the game over time 4-2 or something. Because one thing about um, the game that we love right now is that no matter how good you are, the other team will have a moment of their a moment in the game, which they if they take their chance or their chances, then you are gone. So Amorim is a coach right now that I like, but like you said, the next 3 games will determine if he stays. Because in his last interview, he was making it known that he will not change his style, and we can all agree on one thing: they should have got him a midfielder this season. Because one of the things is that I think they are really embarking on or they were really planning towards Casemiro or Bruno leaving, which will create a good cash environment for them. They made some money. If you check the record today, revenue and everything, they make some money. But the thing is, we only got 4 players and we are 15th last season. 4 new players. If you count this guy, I think Diego Leon, you probably say 5 players. So the changes are happening, but oh, there's an echo. Okay, the changes are happening, but there will be a time that they will say, okay, we think we need to move forward with something else. That team that we have right now, if any coach is to come in, it can make changes, which is good. That means a coach can come in right now and say he wants to play 4-4-2. I want to play 4-3-3
Right.
because we have the players right now. Kunra, Mbomo, we have the guys now that can play that formation, which is the environment that the club is really changing. So for me, I would say with statistics saying, I will just read that out for you. It says the SG in those matches, in the last 4 matches, has been 2.0 in 3 of them, hinting that luck, not control, won those games. Okay, so it can be a game
So
that can just
if I'm reading you
go both ways.
if I'm reading you correctly, it's just what you're saying is it's just a matter of luck, and that the numbers are actually proving that Man U is improving, and that the goals are about to start coming in. Is that the way to interpret what you're saying in terms of the XG?
Yeah.
Over the
No. The DSG is just the comparison. The stats between Chelsea and Manchester United in the last 4 games. Yeah.
oh, okay.
It shows that
Okay, so this is
yeah.
specifically between
Just that
Chelsea and
too.
Man U.
For Manchester United in
Okay,
general, they've been good.
right.
Even Odogu will confirm in the Man City match, we had some chances in the first 20 to 30 minutes before City took over. The first chance that you will see for City was the one of Haaland in the first, I think, 17 seconds or 20 seconds,
Yeah,
the
that
beginning of the
makes
game.
correct.
Yeah, but you could see some things, and like you rightly said, while we were talking about the game last weekend, the new goalkeeper that Man City got gave them confidence, which is really good. But leave Man City aside, I'm still predicting the fact that it's going to be like a narrow win for United, just like Arsenal was able to get a narrow win off Old Trafford, like a 1-0 or 2-0. You know, that kind of game is a game that a red card can just change and it can become a 4-0 game.
Let me get Odogo's point as a neutral fan. Your team has just played Man U. We're not hearing you, Charles, but although your
Oh
team
yeah.
has just played Man U,
So
what is your thought on this game? Do you think Man U have a
here,
chance from what you
here's
saw on Sunday?
here's my analysis. Am I still echoing? Better. So if Chelsea doesn't come up with their usual, last minute where they drop the line, I think they can easily go up ahead of Man U. And I'll tell you why. When you look at our City game, like we were rightly discussing, looking at the replays, the mobility in Man United's defense, if you knock the ball and pass quickly enough, their defense is not necessarily able to catch, even with their CDM trying to like pair up with the defenders or coordinate. They're just not able to catch. When I see guys like Haaland, Doku moving around, there was so much mobility in City's forward that United's backline couldn't catch. And even though when you talk about United, how they started the season from Arsenal, looking so coordinated, even from the midfield, there's just that, I don't know if it's the defense alone that I want to isolate, but the mobility of the defense to catch up to unique challenges, especially as time passes. They could dominate, say, the first 20 minutes, but the way to pounce on United after the first 15 minutes of the game is on. Keep drilling their defense, and you'd see there's so many holes. So I'm actually going for Chelsea to win this one 1-0, 2-0. If the only way United can even do this is if Chelsea kind of slips up towards the end and somehow United have a lucky one and somehow catch up. But I'm going for Chelsea on this one.
Yeah.
You bring up a good point. I'm just going to share a screenshot real quick that I captured from the City.
While you're sharing, I also want to clarify something on DG's side. So DG is categorically saying Chelsea cannot win this game.
Yeah. I'm pretty ISUC is a draw.
Okay.
I'm gonna get those predictions.
Okay. Go ahead.
So here's this was the first goal, right? Doku running in into the box. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players here against 4 City players. There's no reason City should be able to score. However, if we play this clip on, you notice everybody is just ball watching, and there's a huge gap in the defense. Mazraoui is completely disconnected. And I saw that over and over again during the game from almost all the goals. There is no coordination in the defense. And I think that's one factor I can think of is, one, there's no Maguire, because in as much as Maguire is maybe beleaguered or abused, he's actually a leader who coordinates and lets people know when they're out of position or they're out of line. De Ligt is not that player. De Ligt focuses on his defending, and he's the one in that middle who should be doing that role. Secondly, I'll leave that for now, but I want to get Gigi's prediction, and I'll get yours, Charles, explaining why you believe Chelsea doesn't have a chance in this game. Tell us.
Trafford.
In 2 minutes or less, yes.
He said it's Old Trafford.
He said it's Old Trafford.
It's gonna be loud.
Just because it's a home game?
Yeah, because it's a home game. So I'm still going for a win. And the highest Chelsea we see is a draw. But if I'm to see Bruno and Ugarte again in the midfield, then that's
Chelsea will win.
Yeah.
Then Chelsea will win.
Chelsea will not win because it's Old Trafford still.
So if Bruno and Ugarte start,
it's a draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charles, he's not afraid of your front line. That's what he's saying, basically.
Worst case, Chelsea wins 1-0.
Let me
likely 2 or 3-0. Charles,
yeah,
what's
so
yours?
here's my counter. We've played 4 games this season, right? Did you?
Yeah.
How many were home games for Man
U? The one of Arsenal, the one of Burnley. Yeah. 1 loss, 1 win.
1 loss, 1 win. Okay.
Yeah.
So they can lose at Old Trafford. It's possible. Okay. So that's cleared out. Number 2, you said something about they're going to come with their A game because everyone has something to prove.
Yeah.
In the last 2 seasons, how many games have Man U had something to prove and they did not prove it? Most recently, Champions League final, they had something to prove it. Not Champions League, Europa League final, they had something to prove, they did not prove it.
But that's not Old Trafford, bro.
Oh, no, I know. All through last season, I'm trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
All through last season, Man U had a couple of games that they lost at Old Trafford.
We lost a couple of games, but I'm telling you, against Chelsea, see, this is a team that could
in
go
case you
ahead
don't
and
know,
lose.
we are not your biggest enemy. You understand?
No,
we are
but you're a big game. No, you're.
I'm trying to get to the point. Just let me land my point. The point I'm trying to make is this: your reason for saying Chelsea cannot win is not big enough. Old Trafford is not it's no longer what it used to be. So that power, that weight you are talking about, it doesn't exist anymore. Old Trafford is not a fortress.
Thank
It's
God
just
that
like
this is
when
being recorded.
after Mourinho left Chelsea, and Stamford Bridge used to be a fortress. When after Mourinho left, things changed. You gotta accept Old Trafford is not what Old Trafford used to be anymore. So if you think Chelsea is not going to win the game, you should bring a better reason at Old Trafford.
Don't worry, we're gonna play this again after the game.
Anyways, let me give you my own reason why I think we're going to destroy you guys. Now,
Okay.
we won't go to the extreme now. Destruction.
Okay.
The Brentford draw is still lingering in our hearts. The Bayern loss is definitely lingering in our hearts. And honestly, right now, I don't see the game plan Amorim will bring that will really challenge Chelsea. In the sense that, not saying you guys don't have a game plan or you guys don't have something to bring to the table, but every way you play is not as pressure-driven to break our defense as much as ours do on your defense. Because as Ayo just outlined, your defense is not as much in control as it should be. There's no director. There's no leader in your defense to call the shots. Your goalkeeper is not the goalkeeper that used to be there. So even if Onana was once certain, errors can be something, but Onana still calls shots. Nobody buying there is not calling shots. Luke Shaw is not calling shots. The likes of Euro and
are you forgetting your defense?
Those guys don't call shots.
Chalobah and Tosin.
Hold on.
Oh no, bro.
Hold on. That's what you need to prepare for the attack that Chelsea is going to bring into you. Now, you mentioned Tosin. Tosin does call shots. Our captain Luis Jesus is probably going to play. He does call shots. Even our goalkeeper, as much as a lot of Chelsea fans diss him, he does call shots. So the problem is this is going to be a battle of the defenses. The two defenses are shaky, but one is shakier than the other. If you doubt this, look at the table right now. Look at where Man U is, look at where Chelsea is. So Chelsea, you realize Chelsea has not lost a game in the league. We've not lost a game in the league. You realize?
I'm beating the world champions. I'm beating the league.
So the point I'm trying to make to you is this. I'm not saying we're going to win. But
I will tell you something. Chelsea has not lost a game in the league, right? You have how many draws right now?
It's 2-2. 2 draws, 2 wins.
2 draws, 2 wins.
2 draws.
I can tell you that if you have 3 games and I lose 2 and I win 1 and you play 3 draws, I still have more goals and more. We have the same points, So draws kills more than losses. So if I win you this weekend, bro, if I win you this weekend, then that means you're having how many points? You're having 2 points, and with 6 points, that's 8 points. Then I'm coming to 7, and there's 1 point difference.
Okay.
Do you know that?
So I get your point. Your calculation is interesting.
Charles,
no worries.
Charles,
you don't have enough. You don't have enough. What's the word? You don't have enough in the bank right now. Enough repertoire, enough power.
Don't use emotions. Don't worry.
To say Chelsea can't beat you at Old Trafford. You're too bold, and that's the problem. You're too bold.
And that's scary. That's scary to you,
Charles. Give me your destructive, because you said you're going for destruction.
Yeah,
at Old Trafford. What's the score line? Is it 4-0, 5-1?
Nah, I'll give you my favorite score line. My favorite score line is 3-1. It says the winner did good, but the loser wasn't so bad. They could still put in 1 goal. You understand? So they're like meeting each other in the middle.
Hey, why? Did you hear that? 3-1. Manchester at home, 3-1.
1-3. Whichever way you want me to say it, 1-3.
No worries.
But as far as I'm concerned,
all right,
let's goal you scored that Chelsea can respond to, and I just don't see your defense holding it as much as Chelsea defense will hold your attack.
Okay.
It's a battle.
It's
going to be won with the
Let's turn our attention now to the Arsenal versus Man City game. Charles, I'll let you direct this one. We can talk
Arsenal
about
Man City. Actually, so what's in London though? Because I'm a London boy, I'm a Chelsea boy. But yeah, let's talk facts. Arsenal won their last game. Arsenal, they've lost 1 game this season to Liverpool. Understandable. City, on the other hand, they seem to be coming on a resurgence. And it's kind of too soon to say so because they just won against Man U. You understand? I think, someone mentioned that, I think if that was you, City have a defensive problem, but they have a goalkeeper who calls shots, which is something I keep emphasizing. They have a goalkeeper who calls shots in Donnarumma. Stones and what's his name? Diaz seem to be the most reasonable defensive pair. I think if they get that,
Stone's still injured.
He
Is
should
Stone's
be back
available?
this
should be
time.
back.
Although we use Guardiola to pair Diaz, but I think Stones
I
should be
think Stones
back.
should be back. Yeah. So I think if they can click, let's put that word. Let's use that word. If they can click, it could be a very, very interesting game. Now, Arsenal, I don't have to say much about Arsenal. You guys know how much I brag about Arsenal, even though I'm not an Arsenal fan. I've always said it. When Arsenal gets a striker, Arsenal will cook. And we see what they're doing. You understand? So I'll leave it to you guys to debate it. But I personally think, I think City is still lingering. I think they're still struggling. And I think Arsenal will expose them. But Odogu.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So that's a good point, and I would even like to start on the defense. First of all, at least I'd like to definitely acknowledge when we talk about the odds. So you look at the last 5 games, right? With Arsenal taking 3. Knowing Pep Guardiola, he's heavily invested in this game, even with Arsenal still being favorites by the stats. So let's go back to the defense, City's defense that we're talking about, though. Now, I think you made a great analysis on the center back and the goalkeeper. Let's talk about the full backs, which is where Arsenal could definitely creep in. The interesting thing, Abdulkadir Kusanov on the right side impressed me. I'm not sure how he didn't get any booking or any warning, but impressed me against Manchester United because the injury list was long and Pep said, okay, you know what? I'm going to make a judgment call. Rico Lewis is just getting back in form. Let me use Kusanov, a center back who can also play right back. Now, let's go back to the left back. And this is where it might be tricky. And being in form really, really, really would count against Arsenal because Arsenal knows how to use the sides to come in. If Stones is back and Stones comes into the center, we might actually have an advantage if you guys look at it because now he doesn't necessarily have to play Ake on the left. He can play Joshko Gadio, who has been playing center back, but remember that's also a left back. So there are good things going on. I'm a little worried if he uses Nico O'Reilly. It did work out against Manchester United, but I'm slightly scared against Arsenal. Now, when I go up to the midfield, I see Tijani Reinders. My big problem, even though he's been consistent, is still fully adjusting to the Prem, and he'll get tested with Arsenal's middle. Look at Rodri. Rodri is stepping up day by day. Good. Bernardo Silva was an addition last time. Now Pep has more options. Forward, he's still going to have Haaland, Doku, possibly Foden. You have the likes of Oscar Bob on the bench. But let's go down to the bottom line. They're almost evenly matched. Arsenal 9 goals this season. City 8 goals this season. Arsenal knows how to worry defense, and they're very, very coordinated. I think if Pep can have the back line solid, and just given his vested interest in this game, I want to at least bid him a draw here. That's what I want to do.
Okay, fair. Something I would say though, in regards to getting the back line, if Pep has been watching Arsenal games, the left back, as you mentioned, the left back is very important because I know people diss Noni Madueke that all he does is run, doesn't have result. That's why Chelsea sold him. Yeah, that's part of the reasons Chelsea sold him. His conversion is not as high, but his presence is very, very high. And that gives chances to the other Arsenal players. He can take on 2 players, drag out 2 defenders. So whoever plays the left, which you mentioned, could be Guardiola, could be what was the other person you mentioned?
Ake.
Ake or
Nico O'Reilly too.
So whoever plays that role will be very, very important because I think Noni has a point to prove to Chelsea fans, to Arsenal fans who were rejecting him initially. And as the games go on, if he continues playing, I think he's going to start getting those assists and those goals. So, Ayo, what do you think?
So I'll start with Madueke, right? Since that's where you guys, where the conversation kind of ended. Did I want Madueke at Arsenal? No.
I was
because it wasn't my number 1 pick. Not because I don't like Madueke, and not because I wasn't against the signing, because we needed someone as a backup to Saka. It was clear from 2 seasons ago that having Saka as our only reliable, consistent, useful right winger was not sustainable. Nwaneri did okay when he had to play there, but he's not a right winger.
Yeah.
Right. So we needed someone in the mode of Madueke. I wanted Rodrigo. Rodrigo didn't leave Madrid, so we know how that played out. I wanted Olise 2 seasons ago. He went to Bayern. I wanted Mbuemo this summer. He ended up at Man U, so we got Madueke. Fine. And again, yes, as exciting and as lovely as Madueke is with the ball at his feet, he's yet to get a goal or an assist. That I think the last game against Forest where he was outstanding. Like the fullback had nothing against him. Like he beat him every single time. I think he had the most dribbles, the most ball carries. I think even so far in the league, not just in that game alone. That's what Madueke brings to the team. And we haven't missed Saka. Now, I'm going up against Man City, who for years and years, from I don't know, like maybe 2015 to 2022, if I was playing Man City, I was scared. I can go against Man City now, knowing Saka is not going to play in this game, knowing Odegaard is not going to play in this game or will likely not start and not be worried. That's where Arsenal is now. We've played 4 games in the league. Is it 4 or 5? This is game we're
going to.
We've played 4 games. Yet to concede a goal. Right? The only goal we've conceded was the free kick from Szoboszlai. So we don't concede goals. We've known the defense has been good, but I think the defense has stepped to a new level this season. Will it be enough at the end to win the league? Who knows? We're competing against Liverpool. We're competing against City. Like, it's a tough league. So the distance of the league is a different thing. But when I'm coming up against City, I'm not worried. Madueke will tire out the defense. I don't care who plays. Guardiola, Nico Riley, Ake. Ake might be a tough test.
Guardiola is also tough. That's a good, left and center back.
But Guardiola overlaps a lot.
Because what I've seen from Guardiola when Guardiola will get caught out of position. Guardiola commits silly fouls. And against Madueke, he will give away fouls. So I actually hope Guardiola plays. I would be happy. I was going to say Ake I actually would be more worried with Ake or O'Reilly. With Guardiola, I would be happy, to be fair.
But the same catching out that happened to Ake. I think it was against Spurs. If you watched it coming from the left before it was Brendan Rodgers or put it in. So that could also happen. So the left is a problem for Man City. I think we've agreed on that.
It is. Without Ednori, it's a problem. Yeah, Ednori kind of stabilizes things and actually gives an attacking threat, so he drives the team back on the other side. But when he's out, you guys are missing. Now, the one thing that City has going for them, which you called out, Charles, is Donnarumma. Donnarumma is a problem. If I was facing City without Donnarumma, I'd have told you Arsenal is winning the game. With Donnarumma, man, like Mbuemo had a fantastic chance that should have been a goal. Any other keeper City has at the moment, almost probably any other keeper in the league, besides maybe Raya or Alisson, would have been a goal. Any other keeper, but Donnarumma was there to save it, and that's the one factor where the City defense is not that good, but they now have a brick wall in goal, and so for that reason, I can't say we will win this game.
Well, for me. Funny enough, my X factor for that game is Haaland. Why Haaland is, I think he's picking up form and people are not paying attention enough.
No, we are.
He is, but even when Haaland has been at his best the last 2 seasons, he hasn't scored
against Arsenal. So Haaland did.
He has
to break that kryptonite.
There's a difference with Haaland this season that is like he's picking up from the first season when he came to Man City. Where the goals started coming in easily, where his sharpness started looking like he's out of this world. Yeah, the injury he had, I think last season or something, affected him. Yeah. But there's a difference. If you check the national team, I don't know why Haaland is just the X factor for me in that game. Yes, truly, for me, nobody will doubt it right now. I love the Arsenal defense. The Arsenal defense and the midfield. They are so much coordinated right now that you won't feel that someone is missing. However, if Pep is to take something from the Arsenal team, it can take the fact that how Arsenal team was pressing United, and United was beating the press, which can help them. Truly, Man City has not really been good. They've not, even the United game, it's not the Man City that we know. It's just Manchester United was so poor. Generally, I'm telling you, if it was a team like, don't let us even go far. If it was a team like Bournemouth or even Brentford, they would have done more damage to City than United did. So I saw that game against United. That's why I don't want people to judge that team using the United game, because United was totally bad.
So and
They
that's
they,
Chelsea.
they didn't look coordinated at all. It has been the bad, as in the game I will rank so bad this season that you could not pinpoint what was going on. However, Arsenal in defense will not concede goals. They know how to do that. In attack, they are still not playing with Gyökeres because they are used to playing with Saka and playing with the midfielders. That's why you will see Jesus scoring the half chance, whereas you see their midfielders like Rice doing the magical work and all those things and scoring those goals. But I think it's changing over time. I love the fact of this the assist from Eze to that goal. Yeah, that was a one-time ball you hardly see from Arsenal wingers. Martinelli or any other player would have head on to that ball trying to dribble.
Yeah.
But it was something that they need to start doing with Gyökeres that will give them the edge. So for me, I will predict the fact that is edgy. I'll predict 2-1 Arsenal. Sincerely, 2-1 Arsenal. But at most, Man City can get a draw.
You guys are saying Pep Guardiola would let us now have 4 wins in the last 6 games.
I mean, Pep Guardiola had not had two losses in a row, something like that, and he's had that this season. So it happens. Yeah. But what I was going to say about City, which I didn't know if I mentioned, which I probably did mention, is I actually think City, it may end up being like a 3-0 win, like City did to Man U.
It's possible. It's possible.
Arsenal may do to City what City did to Man U. Because I'm not saying City is bad, but I still don't. Well, it's Donnarumma again. Now that's the problem. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, that's the
only
only
thing.
yeah,
Donnarumma is the big factor. So 2-1 sounds more reasonable, actually. Maybe even 1-0. Maybe they will consider 1 goal.
I have a question for you, even. So now there was something DG mentioned about Erling Haaland being different, and to even articulate more, especially when you watch the Man U game, seems like there's that vengeance and comeback. His moves are better. He did miss a few chances still, but if you notice those energetic runs into position, that's even helping him just disappear, appear, and pop in one.
Yeah.
Do you see your defense being able to shut down or completely control Erling Haaland?
You're asking are you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if Saliba starts,
yes. Is he back?
He's back. So he already started training from last Friday. They just rested him for the game on Sunday because there was no need to. Mosquera's been fantastic. Nothing against Mosquera. Almost anybody else in the league, I would have been fine with Mosquera, but Haaland is a different beast. And as Odogu mentioned and DG are pointing out, Haaland is a different animal this season from what I've seen. In fact, I captained him in my fantasy last season, that last weekend, because I knew he was going to score against Man U. But what I've seen more from him is, as compared to the first season where he didn't really get involved in the play, he's getting a lot more involved in the play these days. I think it was against the Man U game. There was a point where I think there was a turnover.
Oh yes.
And you could see Haaland running at the defense with the ball. Like that was something you don't ever see, right? From that first season, even last season. I think last season, like you pointed out, he had an injury and it took him a while to start moving free, but he's moving freely at the moment. So if Saliba starts, yes, I think we can handle Haaland because between Saliba and Gabriel, they've played against him enough times that they know how to handle him. If we have to start Mosquera,
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say too. Because Saliba and I actually, I don't think Haaland is that different from the Haaland of the first season, but he's getting to do more plays because he doesn't have a KDB to feed him as much as he used to get when he first. The Haaland of first season, where I thought he should have won the Ballon d'Or, I think he's gotten back to that form. But I think Saliba and Gabriel can still undo that Haaland. Now, if Mosquera starts, we don't know the Mosquera is going to show up. Even the best Mosquera may not be able to handle him. So it's left for us to wait and see.
For me,
it's just because Haaland is just so powerful running through. And I don't see Mosquera being able to hold him. Saliba is the same size, is why I would prefer
Saliba will even manage.
But stride for stride. He's 6'4", he's big, same size, same amount of speed, same physicality. Saliba can match.
I just think
match him.
For you to
Mosquera is still new.
For your team to stop him is easier if you analyze the Manchester United game. Just stop the wingers, stop Dogo, because Haaland, Man City, we've all known Man City to be a cutback team. They cut the ball back, then Haaland will just tap in or nod or something. So if you stop the wingers, which we didn't do,
that does it too. Arteta does
it. If we don't do that, if you don't stop the wingers, then punishment.
All right. Let's move further. Prediction time. Ayo, you can take this.
All right.
That's a derby.
Best game of the weekend is the Merseyside
boys.
They're starting with fire.
I'm going for Everton.
Liverpool is at home, but it's against Everton.
Please give it to DG, please. He just said something.
DJ, I have to disagree with you. I understand it's a derby game. Just like Man City, but
I'll let Odogu take it.
I still see Liverpool edging out on this one, honestly.
Edging?
No
question. Was Isak injured today or did he get taken off?
Does it matter?
Regardless.
I'm just curious. No, it matters, but I'm just curious.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know too. I just saw him on the floor, a picture, because I was watching the Bayern game.
Yeah.
He seemed to run off, so I wasn't sure if it was just precautionary or a regular change.
So you guys are being disrespectful right now.
Odogu
said Liverpool edge.
Yeah, Liverpool still has this one. I'm going for a 2-1 win. They still are showing the indications.
I'm going for 0-0.
I thought you said Liverpool.
Yeah, because
he did. He said it under his breath, and then
yeah. I'm going for Everton because Everton has been a team that people are not paying attention to. I think they've solidified their midfield, and they are taking their chances. Sincerely, they are really working out. I saw them in the Premier League series in the US, and you could see that they've upped their level. That they were really physical against United. And No. See their games.
Anyway, let's leave that. Let's carry on with predictions. We're not really going to spend a lot of time analyzing this one. I do agree that Everton are a bit better this season, especially after they acquired Grealish. But we'll move on. DG, this one is yours. Brighton versus Tottenham.
Brighton has not really been good this season, but at home, I'll go for a draw.
Okay. Charles, Burnley to Nottingham Forest.
New coach bounce. Nottingham Forest. I think Angie is back, like they say. And I don't Burnley is not. I don't know what to expect from Burnley.
They lost to Swansea today.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect from Burnley. So yeah, I'm just gonna say Nottingham Forest.
Burnley did?
No. Nottingham Forest lost to in the EFL.
The new coach bounce is in the EPL. It's only in the EPL. So I'm giving it to
it didn't help them against Arsenal, but again they were playing Arsenal, so maybe that's not fair. Who's up next?
Is that Crystal Palace West Ham?
Crystal Palace.
This is an interesting one.
I'll take this one actually. I'll just Crystal Palace win.
Easy.
I'm moving.
Easy. I'll take Crystal Palace. This one, I think, with Wolves still not being able to gain a point this season, I'm still giving this one to Leeds.
You know what?
I'm giving it to Wolves.
I'll disagree with you, but I'm giving it to Wolves. Wolves have been terrible, but there's something about Leeds. As good as they are and exciting as they are, they just can't close it out. They can't finish.
Ayo.
But
So Ayo, you were giving it to Wolves.
Yeah.
Did you give it to Wolves?
Mhm.
Odo,
Yeah.
you gave it to Leeds.
Yes.
I'm calling it a draw. Because based on what Ayo has said about Leeds, you have noticed that. But Wolves are still Wolves.
Leeds are
Yeah.
losing it in the
So
last
terrible.
minute.
Wolves played well in their last. Who did they play in their last game?
But still ended up losing.
Yeah.
I think they were very
Yeah.
unlucky to have lost that game, actually.
Yeah. Very unlucky.
Okay.
In the last 2 games or so, I think they lost 1-0, 1-0 or something.
I forget. Anyway, doesn't matter. Moving on. Man U Chelsea. I think we've already talked
Chelsea
about
win.
this one.
Chelsea win. That's what we said.
United win. 3-1.
Only you called the Man U win on this one, DG. Anyway, it's your prediction.
Exactly.
Although we're just going to move on. So, DG, Fulham, Brentford.
From has been good. From all the way. From is good.
Fulham.
Yeah, they are good. They're
That
physical.
would be a good game. And again, for our viewers, we have 4 game times
Yep.
on Saturday again. So game starting all the way from 6:30 Central Time, my time, all the way till 4 p.m. So good, exciting Saturday again. Charles, Bournemouth
what a
against
game.
Newcastle.
That's a big
That would
game,
be
bro.
a
That's
good
a big game. I don't think Newcastle have Newcastle won a game. I think they won their last game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah.
But
Bournemouth
Bournemouth
Newcastle
has been
gonna be a
amazing.
tough one. On a good
Bournemouth.
day, I would have called
That
it
would
a
be
draw.
surprisingly good to me.
But I think Newcastle they're gonna start stepping up after the last win, and they're gonna get another win in this game. So I'm giving it to
I think the game tomorrow will actually determine a lot about them, what the direction they are moving. The Champions League
fair.
against I think it's Barcelona. Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's just one game. It's too early to be using Champions League to weigh in on these things now.
No, they will put a lot in that
They will
game.
get-
So
they will
a
get-
lot of
I
things.
think they're gonna even be tired from playing Barcelona. That's why I'm also giving that thing to Bournemouth.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought Bournemouth would struggle this season, but Iraola
They're surprising
has-
everybody. That guy has been doing
Yeah.
good.
I thought they would struggle after they sold more than
Always
half
have their
defense.
team, yeah.
And props to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the season is still
Yeah, season is early, maybe. Sunderland, Villa.
I'm going for Sunderland
Charles
on this one.
Sorry.
Aston Villa first win.
I agree with DG. I've not agreed with him throughout this recording, but I agree with him this time.
So Sunderland is good, but
Aston Villa
Aston
first.
Villa first win. Yeah.
Ayo, what do you think?
Or maybe a draw.
Honestly, I haven't seen Sunderland a lot this season, so I'm not sure what to make of them.
Same here, but they'll be getting results.
I think they have 4 points now.
Yeah.
They've been squeezing results though recently.
Yeah, they've been
held their
results.
weight. 7 points actually. 7 points. They've held their weight. They've shown some mettle this season.
7 points from 4 games is not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
To be 7th right now, not bad for them.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So we're all
All
agreeing is Aston Villa win.
Yeah, Aston Villa first win for
Yeah, it's an Aston Villa mill.
Okay, Odogu doesn't agree, but okay.
me.
Actually, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to call for this game because
I've not seen
Sunderland
their
have-
game, but they've been good this season. They've been very good this season.
Villa is, just in case you guys missed it, Villa is 19th at
Yeah.
the moment after 4
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
They are
They need to
struggling.
start winning. I mean, you can't blame them though. They didn't do well.
2 losses, 2 draws.
Yep.
Sunderland
So-
beat Spurs.
Arsenal
Or
City.
Sunderland beat Newcastle. Sunderland beat
Arsenal City, Arsenal 2-1.
So you don't like us, so
It's your prediction.
you're still salty from last weekend.
No.
Can you blame
No. So when it comes to prediction, you don't put emotions. I'm just giving it to Arsenal defense.
I
Sincerely,
agree.
Arsenal defense is the best in the league, and they're finding ways to win games right now. That the only thing that is really doing that is Liverpool, but Liverpool is conceding a lot, which I feel Liverpool can sustain. But Arsenal is winning games comfortably by defending well, or even they can take a 1-0 from 15 minutes to the end of the game, and
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do about that. So that's why I'm giving it to them. but
Yeah,
you know
I
it's
agree.
going to be magical.
Yeah,
Sincerely.
I agree.
I might have to stick to watching highlights on this game. Just yeah. I'm hoping at least
Charles, what's your prediction? Like you haven't given a prediction on
so
this game. Normally you do. What's your prediction?
with City. I'm hoping at least
He
we
said a
can.
draw.
I want to draw
No,
because think
Charles.
about it, Ayo, you know, Pep Guardiola, a man
Yeah.
of pride, he's going to be so salty if in the last 6 games with Arsenal, all he could have gotten out was 2 draws, 1 loss. He's going to be bad. He's going to
but
be
but
so, so
but
mad.
but he's
And
losing
Arsenal
or
4
drawing
wins.
to Arsenal. He's won 4 trophies in a row. Come on now, doesn't matter.
Odogu is like someone that will be looking at
Yeah,
the
I
live
mean,
score before
Pep
watching
is
the
This
game.
is a
fast,
personal
but
one for Pep
the
Guardiola.
last
It's a personal one.
the last game ended 5-1.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad one.
Charles, what's your prediction? I
Oh
want
no,
to hear your
I agree with
prediction.
Gigi. I said Arsenal's going to edge it out.
A 2-1 win for Arsenal.
Yeah, 2-1 or 1-0. Arsenal's going to edge it out by just 1 goal. 2-1, 1-0. Because I don't see Arsenal conceding too many goals, so maybe they will concede 1 or none. I also don't see City conceding that many because of Donnarumma, but at least 1. So I think Arsenal's going to take it. It's going to be very, very close. Even though I'm hoping for a
All
draw.
right. That's the end. As always, thank you guys so
Yep.
much.
Yeah, thank you.
Lovely
Thank you.
a lovely stats from DJ about Man U and their chances created and XP.
Old Trafford is
Stay
a
with us.
selling
We have
point.
here,
The,
Johnny.
the theater of
Like,
nightmares.
share, subscribe. I will catch you guys on the
All
next
right.
one.
Thank